Hey guys, what's up? It's GoNest37 with a video. This is gonna be a different video. It's not really like just like a typical mail day. It's gonna be like a discussion about baseball cards, just like where they've come from, like and how far they've come over the years. The baseball cards started out, I believe, 1869 with the Cincinnati Redlegs card, considered the first card ever made. I obviously don't have that to show you, but that's where it started. It then moved on to, in the 1880s, there were Old Judge, Allen and Ginter, and I think Kimball made some. Those are tobacco companies. And they made, like, precursors to the T206. Like, they look really funny, the players. They got, like, these funny mustaches. And like, they're pretty cool and they're pretty rare and expensive. People you never heard of, but like it's really cool to see them. And then you get into the T206, which is like one of the most iconic sets of baseball cards there is. Those came around 1909 to 1911. They look like this. And this is one of the companies, Piedmont. They were like the main company that you find these cards in. There's also Polar Bear. I know Ty Cobb had his own brand of tobacco. And what would happen is you'd buy a pack of cigarettes and you would be given, inside there would be one card. I've even seen like unopened packs of cigarettes which have a card in them. They're like super expensive. Like, it's just like, what if that had Honus Wagner in it or something? That'd be kind of cool for someone to get. Then in the 20s, and after T206, they made T205, which is a gold border, similar to the T206, but it's more of a close-up of their face, and they've got like baseball bats making like a diamond around the player's head. Those are sweet too. A lot of great Hall of Famers in there. And in the 20s and late teens, there were a lot of like candy companies making their candy, obviously, but they would add a card into it, like caramel companies would, or gum companies even. And then in the strip cards as well. Like, they'd come in a little strip of advertisement, and you could like cut them out yourself, and those weren't as popular as the T206. But then in the 30s, there came Goudey, one of the most iconic sets, 33 Goudey, and Sport Kings, which has like Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, and I think like some guy with the last name Hubble. Those are like really rare and cool cards. They look really nice. They also had not just baseball players in that set. They were like Bobby Jones, the golfer. I think there's some boxers, some skiers. Pretty cool set. And then, obviously, if you watch my videos, you know I love the 38 Goudey. It's called Heads Up. It's a cartoon body with their face on it. It's a pretty unique card. I've never seen anything like it. Until, obviously, like, people have tried to copy that with, like, I've seen a Barry Bonds card where it's like him on a cartoon body. But that was very original of them. And during the war, World War II, they didn't really make many cards. Like, there was sort of a stoppage, and they made like these really cheap looking cards. I don't know what to call them even, but like my dad has one of Pee Wee Reese, and it's just like a generic photo, like cartoon photo or drawing of a guy fielding the ball, and it says Pee Wee Reese, and that's about it. Then moving to the 50s, Bowman was the key player in cards at the time. They were around before Topps. Leaf was around at the time, but Bowman and Leaf were like competing, but Bowman was like the big dog. And Topps started making cards, and Bowman wasn't too happy about it, but there was like some legal trouble or something, and Topps ends up buying out Bowman, and Topps' first set was really 51, They have red backs and blue backs. It was a game, not really trading cards. It was a game like it would say like single or home run or out or whatever. And then they moved into like more traditional looking cards. But they were also a little bit bigger than your typical card today. I think until like 57 they moved to the normal size. But I've got a 55 Dick Donovan. This is just a look at what their cards used to look like. It's got 2 pictures of the player. Sandy Koufax rookies in this set, and there's some other big name rookies in there, as well as like Mickey Mantle, not his rookie, but still any Mantle card's really awesome. And Topps just had this like monopoly on baseball cards for a while. They go into the 60s. This is a 64. George Altman Mets card. Nice looking card. And this is 1970. Johnny Edwards. A lot of these I got in the million card giveaway. That's why they're no names. I just like to show them for this video. And here's 72. I think this is a pretty sweet design. One of my favorite cards. You guys probably don't know who it is, but his name is Herb Washington for the A's. Now look at what position he was. A pinch runner. They literally hired this world-class runner, the A's did, to steal bases. Wasn't even that good at it, just because he obviously hadn't played baseball. To steal bases, you need to get good jumps. You can't just be fast. You need to be able to read pitchers. And yeah, they hired him. He played for a couple seasons. And he's I'm going to read the back. Signed by Oakland owner Charles Finley strictly for pinch running duties last season, Herb was personally responsible for winning 9 games for A's in 1974 with his speed. He's holder of world indoor records for 50-yard dash and 60-yard dash. So this man could fly. And the A's just hired him to steal some bases. Not even to get in, play some defense, maybe catch a fly ball with that speed. I just think that's pretty cool. That's 75. 1975. Psychedelic design. Then I'm going to do a big jump, 12 years. This is 87 Topps, wood border design. Sort of like a flashback to their 62 design, but in a different way. It's Cal Ripken, stud. And then came around players like Upper Deck, and they, I think, helped the trading card business a lot because they brought competition to Topps, and Topps had to like step their game up because Upper Deck was like making like the big rookies, like this Ken Griffey Jr. This card is like the face of the hobby. You can't think of the hobby without Ken Griffey Jr. 89 Upper Deck. It's like a must-have. And this is just an example of 89 Topps, Al Leiter. But nothing quite like 89 Upper Deck Ken Griffey. So then Topps, around late 80s, they got that Bowman name out there again. They were doing like the big rookies. That was like their main thing, and they still do that today. Here's a 92 Bowman of Mariano Rivera. This is like his sought after rookie. Really nice card. Love the cabana wear he's got on. And Upper Deck also had a series they called SP. And this is the Derek Jeter SP foil from 1993. I think that's a beautiful card. And it's like his most sought after rookie card as well. So like really, without Upper Deck, I don't know if Topps would have really stepped up their game. And like I think they just sort of really like said it was a real wake up call to Topps. Like, hey, you guys gotta get with the program, or else we're gonna make all the money, because Upper Deck came around, Donruss was big, which is now like Panini. Um, I think Leaf was around even, and all this competition led to the boom of trading cards in the 90s. That's when the hobby was at its peak. Griffies were going for insane amounts, and like it's just insane, some of the cards that, and like the value of them, like the Griffey and stuff. They're still like good value, but not like they were in the 90s. And then I don't know what company came up with the first one. I'll get an example. But they started making cards with a piece of a jersey or a bat in the card, and I thought that was like really cool. Like I've got this is my favorite memorabilia card. Babe Ruth, Hall of Famers, Upper Deck Hall of Famers. This is a 2001 set. Just look at that. Beautiful picture, beautiful piece of a bat, good size. And I always loved Upper Deck relic cards, just because they were like bigger usually. Usually got them in more frequently in packs, and it's sort of a shame they aren't able to make officially licensed products anymore, because they gave you the most bang for your buck if you were looking for memorabilia cards. And this is like one of the best looking sets for memorabilia cards. They're not numbered, they're just great looking. I've got the Mantle, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron. No, I don't have the Hank Aaron. I've got Willie Mays, Mel Ott, some other players. But, and they also did jerseys in there, in space of the bat. They did a diamond design on these cards. And then, like, they also did autograph cards. This is a Pedroia, for example. This is a Gaudy graph, done by Upper Deck as well. Beautiful card, beautiful. And Topps, again, I didn't think they like really were as good as Upper Deck was at giving you relic cards. So that's why I strayed away from Topps. But then Upper Deck loses their licensing for MLB teams, and they can just produce the player without a logo on his jersey, just the player's name. And that just didn't have the appeal to me. It's like, I didn't want a Derek Jeter card, but just Derek Jeter. I want like the Yankees logo on it if I want a Derek Jeter, or like a Dodger player or National player, whatever team you like. You'd rather have the logo on it, not just the player. And like, this is just an example. This is all showing the design. This is like 2011 Topps. It's just like, see how far they've come from, like, I don't have 52, but back to my 54. This is one of the original, or 55, this is one of the original designs compared to this. Like, you can see that the Ether is slightly smaller. And I'm all for memorabilia cards. Like, I think it's pretty sweet. At first my dad was like a skeptic, and I can see that because, like, they're cutting up old players' memorabilia. Like, how much is there? But when I realized that they had so much, it was like, alright, I gotta get on that. Get me some. Because it's a piece of history you have in your hands. But I think, like, they went over the top. They did, like, numbered cards, numbered variants of cards. I don't like that at all. It's just like, all you have to do is put a different color on the card, and now it's worth so much more. Like, put out of 25 and just put a blue border on it or whatever. whatever the parallels are. It's sort of like disappointing because same card, just a different border. Same player, same set, just you put a blue border on it, now it's worth more. Like, come on, Topps, you can come up with something better than that. And this isn't just Topps, this is all companies. I'm just going on Topps because they've got the licenses right now. And, like, I think they put out poor products. They charge, like, so much money for the nice stuff, but you don't always get the bang for your buck. Like, in 2011 Topps Marquee, I never bought it, but you would get, like, Joe Schmo. You're spending $200 on a box, and you're getting just a no-name player, like a second year, not even a good player, not a veteran all the time. If I'm spending that much money on a box, I would want, like, Robinson Cano relic, back card or whatever, autograph. Mike Trout, he wasn't around then, but that's the type of player you want to get in that. And I think Panini, having their player association licenses, and eventually I think they will get the logo, like the MLB licensing for the teams. I think they're going to be like providing good competition for Topps, and it'll be good for the hobby as they will make a better product to try and compete and get the sales, get the money. So that's just like my 2 cents. Like, for example, Topps makes like 1 million products each year. This is just Bowman alone. This is from this year's Bowman. This is a Chrome version. They also do Bowman Chrome, like strictly Chrome set. They do. This is 2011 Bowman Platinum. And 2011 Bowman Draft Picks. And there's also Bowman Sterling. So there's like 4 or 5 Bowman products, all made by Topps. Each year, mind you. Then Topps does their regular series, a series 1, a series 2, an update, and like, okay, series 1, series 2, that's good, and the update I'm fine with. Like, those 3 I could live with, and maybe throw in relic cards here and there. But then when you go to tier 1, then there's like museum collection now, there's 5-star, there's triple threads. Like, okay, maybe just pick one of those and make it a really good product, so like everyone wants it. But you don't have to like make 25 different sets each year. It's like too much to keep up with. I think they're overproducing and ruining the hobby, because when you get in all these one-of-ones, well, there's 25 one-of-ones of a very similar card in each set. Say there's like a Derek Jeter jersey card. In each set, they have a one-of-one parallel in pretty much every set. So, like, how special is that card now that you have? Oh, that was Ryan Kerrigan just had a sweet touchdown, and he just dunked it through the goalpost. That was pretty sweet. Sorry. But, like, you just all this says, it ruins what a card's worth. Like, now getting a I'm just stick with Derek Jeter. Getting a Derek Jeter card in 2013 Topps is nice, but like the rookies are what everyone wants. It's like, who cares if it's a no-name rookie, but apparently like rookies are something special. Like, I like rookie cards, but I would also like a card to be worth more or whatever if it's like a star player, like truly a special player, and it's not like, and then you have to go by Bowman if you want their true rookies or whatever, their prospect cards. You can do that. Like, I'm just not for all the different sets. Like, maybe just stick with your Series 1, 2, and update. Because people get traded, you need the update, okay. Maybe a high-end set, like triple threads, or something, whatever people would rather have. But, and then Bowman, one Bowman set. That's all you need. It's sort of diluting the product and not really making cards as special. Like I said, 25 one-on-ones of the same player each year. It's same card, the same piece of a jersey probably, from the same jersey, but all they have to do is just slap a color on it and put 101 on the back, and now it's super special. Or out of 25 and it's special. Back in the day, 1955, there's only one type of this card, and it's this card. They made a bunch of them. They didn't slap on a blue border and say, "Hey, this one's more special," because we did it just a little bit different and put a blue on it, made a few less of them. Like, it's just, I don't know. You can give me your thoughts. You guys might like it. That's cool. You like the variations, but I just feel like they overproduced and they're sort of like ruining the hobby. Hopefully Panini gives them the competition to like really step their game up tops, and I think Panini will be a good product. Will make good product. I feel like they offer good bang for your buck hits wise. Yeah, I think if they get MLB licensing, then Topps better watch out, because if I were to buy a box, I don't really buy boxes, but I'd probably go with Panini just over Topps, because you're getting more relics for a better price point usually. Like Upper Deck, it'll be like Upper Deck back in the day, like 05. You buy a box of Upper Deck in 05, you get a couple relic cards. You buy 2013 Topps, you get one, and it's usually, or one relic autograph, and it's usually like Alex Cobb. Decent pitcher. Don't want that. Nobody really wants that card. Sorry for any Alex Cobb fans out there, but that's just not what people want. They would rather have Robinson Cano or Derek Jeter or Josh Hamilton, Pujols, Miguel Cabrera. I'd rather have those players than a Alex Cobb autograph card that they made a million of. Like, why don't you just go and get Miguel Cabrera to sign a bunch of cards or something like that? But let me know what you think. Sorry for the long video, but just giving you a history and what I think about the hobby and where it's going. Thanks for watching. See ya.